Well, one of the gentlemen in the room has been here before. The others, it's their first time around as we get ready for the 9 o'clock news local edition tonight with From the Cellar. You guys aren't actually from the Cellar, are you?
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's kind of creepy if you are. Did they let you out for this? Or?
That's where the music starts.
Where they keep us.
I have Stephen James, and you've brought some people with you. So, Stephen, you've been on the show before, so you know how this works. You guys go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Andy Scruggs.
What exactly do you do, Andy?
I play bass.
My name's Terry Hall, and I play guitar.
Terry plays guitar. Stephen also plays guitar. So you have dual lead guitar, or one's lead, one's rhythm?
Terry's more of the lead, and I just kind of, on certain songs, come in a chorus or two, just a filler, really.
Well, last time we talked to you, Stephen, you were doing the whole acoustic alternative solo type stuff. You've now gotten a band together. And so tonight we're going to talk about that band, the music direction that you're headed into, what's different from your solo stuff, and get to hear some of your songs. In fact, you guys brought guitars. So we're going to have a little in-studio performance tonight, too. We're going to do all of that with From the Cellar on tonight's edition of the 9 o'clock news local edition as we continue. We've opened up the cellar and pulled them out. Well, not really. That's not how that works. It's the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. I do have From the Cellar in with me tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself again.
Andy Scruggs.
And you play?
Bass.
All right. And
I'm Terry Hall, and I play guitar.
And I'm Stephen James. I'm vocals.
And the three of you comprise From the Cellar. Are there any other members of the band not here?
It's hit and miss. We're kind of at a standstill at the moment.
Finally can realize my dream of kazoo player.
Yeah, we need a kazoo player, actually.
Don't joke with me. I've made the offer a couple of times. You know what's sad about that? I really am going to have to take the lessons at some point.
We have a drummer who's been with us from day one. AJ, Terry asked me time and time again to come in on different projects. Every time it was a different band, a different sound. And we eventually found our sound, and I've stuck with Terry the whole time. So in the beginning, it's been AJ, me, and Terry. And then our boy Andy came in here a little later, and he's been with us for quite a while, and we've established many songs for Foundation.
So it's always been something you guys have wanted to do as a band. You've been trying to find just the right project with him?
Yeah, like he was saying earlier, we've been in different forms of a band together, Stephen and I, but it's always been him and I. He's my brother.
So
This guy here's my brother, though, too. He's pretty cool. I'm glad that he's decided to join the band because he's a phenomenal musician.
So you work that whole muse thing off one another. You both kind of inspire. And
we really do feed off of each other.
Been a course of trying to find just the right project to bring it all off the ground. You've found that now, and what exactly would you classify this as? What style of music? I think, as we mentioned before we opened, that you were acoustic alternative doing solo stuff, and then to get into this. So where are you at with it now?
Me and Terry were talking before we came here, and he let someone hear our track that we've given to you, and that guy called it Fusion?
Fusion rock.
Fusion rock.
Yeah. He said you could hear
we're gonna go with
some
that.
70s, some 80s, and some 90s, kind of like Kansas or Styx meets Pearl Jam / Nirvana. So I thought fusion rock sounded really cool.
Congratulations. You're groundbreaking. You're the first band on the show to say that they're making fusion rock.
Awesome.
Well, they've been together for a while working on music. How did they come across you?
I met their drummer. I used to work with their drummer at a job I was working, and he was in another band, and they came down to a studio, recorded some music, and I started, hanging out with them. Brought me to introduce me to these guys, and been playing with them for about the past year and a half or so.
So after about a year and a half kind of working on things, you're finally getting this off the ground. You do have a single. Let's take a listen to your single. How about if we got some in-studio stuff that we're going to do, but I think we should do that a little bit later on. How about if we start off with the one that you've brought us, Heal Me?
I wrote that song I had a friend back in the day, and he was hit and miss. I consider him my brother still. I didn't know if I could depend on him. It was very frustrating. So I just wrote what I felt, because you never want to confront your homie,
Right.
You don't want to have that conversation. So I put it down in lyrics. And after I did that, I think I let go of that emotion, and the friendship got off the ground again, and we've been tight ever since. So I think it was more me pent up emotion about the situation between us. I let it go, and everything was all right. So I wrote the song about him.
I am so resisting the urge to say you just wrote a theme for a bromance.
Yeah, you could call it a bromance theme.
This is From the Cellar on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. We've had a chance to listen to their music, and we've been talking to them about it as we have From the Cellar in with us tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. Going to go around and have them introduce who they are, what they do again.
My name's Andy Scruggs. I play bass.
My name's Terry Hall, and I play guitar.
And Stephen James, vocals.
Just making sure we let people know who's all involved with the band. In fact, we've got one, though, that you said was not here.
Yeah, AJ, our drummer.
Mainly the three of you are involved with this one recording that you have. That's how that came together.
The recording that we have actually was a miracle in itself. Some boys, I don't know if you know about them, Today's Standard.
Yes, actually I do.
Those guys
Shout out
rock.
to those guys.
Yeah.
They've been on the show.
Yeah, and they've always supported me. I've always supported them. We go way back, you know. They have a little studio in their basement, and it's actually pretty legit. We went over there and we recorded this song with them. Didn't have the drummer, so we borrowed theirs. So Cody Panel helped us out there, and he's set in on drums on that track.
Well, shout out to one of the C's then, because as we talked about when they were in with us, they almost got named 3C. C cubed. So check those guys out too. But so you got a chance to go record in their studio. Are you working on recording some more material? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're ready. It's just a matter of finding time and making it all work with our schedules.
How many songs have you guys gotten together so far?
I'd say a handful of
6 or 7, maybe 8.
We have enough for an EP.
I know that we talked earlier that you have had a relationship of sorts, the two of you, over the years of having written songs together. So are the songs that you kind of worked on then kind of coming into play now?
Well, we had this discussion not all that long ago about from the other bands that we were in, probably we've amassed 20 or 30 original songs, and we've batted back and forth about bringing some of those back. Sometimes I'm a little resistant, and I don't want to do that. I want to just keep on making new music. You know, you get tired playing the same songs over and over again. And with us, it goes so fast. We'll latch onto an idea, and we'll be at a band practice, and we'll have 2 or 3 brand new songs that we work on. And we'll do that for 2 or 3 practices, and then it's on to something else, to the point where we forget the songs that we wrote, and we have to go back and almost relearn them.
So you pretty much have the foundation there. You just really don't see a need to redo it.
Yeah.
It's not reliving it or remastering it as much as it is just kind of revisiting, oh, well, that's there, let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything that you're working on now is all new material. This is where you're headed towards sound-wise. I think we discussed earlier, you've got the fusion sound happening for you. You've got enough songs to put an EP together, and of course you do have an online presence that goes with that too as you're getting out. You guys done performances yet?
We had a show.
New Year's Eve we did one.
Yeah, New Year's Eve at the Q, the pool hall, you know, where everybody plays. It turned out really good. People really liked what we had going, and we had a good time on New Year's Eve. But since then, you know, like I said, hit and miss. We're looking at putting some acoustic performances together around town. You know, here in a couple months, we'll have another strong presence in town of performing.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. How about if we continue on? We'll give a listen to your in-studio performance. You guys got to break out the guitars for us, so we'll do that coming up, and we'll talk some more about where you're headed direction-wise, what your plans are down the road, and where they can see you at. All of that coming up as we continue with the 9 o'clock news local edition here on Rock 93.7. Quite a bit of experience as far as being in bands goes, and finally getting into this band. That's what we're learning about from the Cellar tonight on the 9 o'clock news local edition on Rock 93.7. The 3 members of that band in right now. I think we've said that the drummer is kind of in flux, that whole situation, so we'll leave that out. But go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Andy Scruggs. I'm the bass player.
I'm Terry Hall. I play guitar.
And I'm Stephen James, vocalist.
The 3 of you are currently working on the material that you're writing. We've got the one song recorded. You said you did that in one of the other band's production rooms in their basement there. Mm-hmm. You've got a chance to get out and actually play. You want to get some more shows lined up. Where are you looking to go?
Well, since we're kind of acoustic right now, we kind of fit in anywhere. We could tone it down, put us in a coffee shop, or we could turn it up and be in a big bar. We fit in anywhere. We played at my reception, my wedding reception not long ago, and we toned it down, and the whole neighborhood enjoyed it.
He lives on a street with 2 other houses. It's not that loud. So, well, you guys, where would you like to get to Where's it? I mean, loading up the car.
I have no aspirations to get anywhere other than just making music with my friends. If that's all I ever do in my life, I'm happy.
So this is just about getting a chance to share your music. You don't care how far out it goes. If you load up the car and you get a chance to go play, say Knoxville, you're going.
I'm
if
curious
not,
to say what Andy thinks about that. How far are we going to take it?
Maybe a little further than the Cellar.
That's a great answer.
That's perfect because they are from the Cellar. So you've already made your dreams come true. You're already out of there. You do play live or electric bass, rather, and then the rest are acoustic instruments for now. And gearing towards doing that, gearing towards getting this. You've got a lot of things going on right now with this as far as what you want to get accomplished. How about if we take the time to listen to what you've already accomplished? Little in-studio performance from you guys. You're going to do Walking. Where does Walking come from? Other than you have to get somewhere. I see it coming.
The Walking Dead is a phenomenon.
Oh, wow.
And, this last season was real strong. Everyone, it's all the fad. I was just thinking, if I was in their place, like if this really happened, how would I feel about it? First, I'd probably have a few beers, try to get my mood right and then get my head straight. And that's what the song's about, taking the actions of what would happen if The Walking Dead actually started going around. If you listen to the song, though, it could be a number of things, like you're going to the liquor store.
So it was inspired. It was inspired by adult beverages and a few episodes, but really it applies to just about anything.
Exactly.
Well, let's give that a listen. Guys, go ahead and pull out your guitars and let's go. This is going to be a little in-studio for you from the Cellar. The 9 o'clock news, local edition on Rock 93.7 with Walking.
There's a place I'd like to go. Now they're calling it their home. Too long I've been on the road. Too long
We've done a little, well, I wouldn't say guitar pull, but I guess that fits. You pulled guitars out, you played for us. We've talked about your songs, and we've gotten to know from the Cellar tonight on the 9 o'clock news, local edition here on Rock 93.7. I want to thank the three of you for coming in and talking with me.
Thanks,
and
man.
getting to know a little bit about what you guys have been working on. Stephen, I think you've got probably, because I know you do the whole Little Red Bandwagon, where you do the LRB thing that's on YouTube, where you actually do some interviews with bands. It's still up there.
You know, I actually slowed it down, take this project on. You know, it's still on Facebook. Every now and again when I hear a band is actually excelling, doing things like Sleep Nation, pretty much small-time touring. So, you know, I throw that up there, like, share the wealth, you know?
Now, and you've also got a presence online as far as this band, though.
Yeah,
From the Cellar, where do we go? We go Reverb Nation?
Yeah, we have a Facebook and a Reverb Nation. Right now, if you want to hear, connect, download anything, we've actually, I don't know if I actually told you guys, but I made the song available for download. Sorry if I didn't tell you that before.
Surprise!
Didn't know that.
You can get this for free.
Welcome to the club.
No, you can go on reverbnation.com/from the cellar. Simple as that. And then, of course, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can actually get the app on your phone. And in doing that, whenever we do have an event coming up, it'll pop up on your phone.
There you go. Install their app. There's an app for that. Kind of cool. He knows a thing or two. I don't know if he's told you. He knows a thing or two about what to do for promoting a band. He's kind of an old hand at that, as we've got your solo stuff that we run on the show from time to time. But check out From the Cellar. Go online. Get the app, as he just said, and keep up with their music. And we're looking forward to hearing some more from you down the road. Thank you guys for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
That's From the Cellar on tonight's edition of the 9 o'clock news, local edition here on Rock 93.7.